We have these social constructions, socialization, social institutions. All of this are big social forces that have powerful influence on how we live our lives, on how we understand what's going on around us. But that's not the whole story. We're not helpless in the face of society. Instead, we are individuals that get to make our own decisions about how we feel about these things and how we interact with them. And the word for this concept in gender studies is agency. That's the ability of each of us as an individual. We have agency. We can make a decision about what we do with different social constructions. Perhaps we agree with them. Perhaps we like the way the institution is structured. Perhaps we like the way that different ideas are socialized, particular ones, and so we support them. We echo their socialization. We reinforce them. Perhaps we don't like them. Perhaps we think they need change. Perhaps we resist the way institutions are built. Perhaps we try and change institutions and change the way that society is. An example of this we talked about last week is the fact that women now wear pants. There was a time when it was almost universal in America that all women wore skirts or wore dresses. If you didn't wear a dress, it was shocking, right? So at one point, some individual woman decided that I'm going to wear pants. I'm not going to wear a dress today. And there was a big fuss. There was a lot of resistance against her, right? People looked down on her. People criticized her. She was accused of being a lesbian or being, trying to act like a man or going against the rules. But some other women saw that and said, hey, that looks pretty comfy. I like it. And they did it too, right? And there was still shock. And you can see this process. You can look back in old newspapers and see like editorials about people being shocked by the fact that some women are wearing pants now. Well, what happened is over time, more and more individuals made the decision of whether they were going to support that or whether they were going to try and stop it, try and go back to how it used to be. And as a result of that, we now exist in a society where things are socially constructed differently, where it's okay for women to wear pants, where there aren't rules saying that women aren't allowed to wear, that women, have to wear dresses in order to go into restaurants or whatever, right? That women get to make those decisions for themselves. And the reason that happened was because of agency. It's because individuals decided to change it, put in the work to change it. And so it's important when we think about society to recognize a balance here. On the one hand, these social forces are powerful. On the other hand, we are also powerful. And we aren't absolutely powerful. We can't just change them however we like. We can't just wish them away. But we can influence them slowly over time, and we can participate with them in different ways. And that's the concept of agency.